Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Friday, the 7th of the 7th, 17. Welcome and thank you for joining us tonight for the English edition of Aura News, bringing you the day's national top stories translated into English 6 days a week. Prime Minister Edi Rama gave his assurance today that 2017 will mark the end of the cannabis phenomenon in Albania. Holding a meeting with top police officials and Guardia di Finanza's representatives, Prime Minister Rama discussed measures and outcomes of a national action plan to fight against the cultivation and trafficking of cannabis across the country. Addressing the meeting attendees, the Prime Minister said that Albania will destroy the cannabis phenomenon once and for all by the end of this year. The Prime Minister gave assurances that this battle will turn into a historical success and told the State Police Director to be merciless with police officers who cooperate with those who cultivate cannabis. The Prime Minister thanked the Italian authorities for helping Albania, while the representative of Guardia di Finanza guaranteed support for realising the strategy against cannabis by adding air monitoring. "We are all working together. Initial results are encouraging. The situation has changed in terms of the cultivation map. The National Anti-Cannabis Plan is solid, and rigorous implementation of this strategy is a clear example that if we strictly implement this plan, we can put an end to the history of the cultivation of cannabis by the end of this season." He went on to call on police officials to show no tolerance to any police officers involved in illicit activities and any one of them hesitating to carry out their duties whenever receiving a report on cannabis growing or trafficking-related activities. Meanwhile, the commander of Guardia di Finanza declared that there will be 30% more flights all over Albania to monitor whether there are cannabis plantations. The commander announced that 16 flight missions have been conducted in the past 37 hours. State Police Director Haki Chako guaranteed that this battle will not show tolerance to anyone, regardless of their position. "We remain determined to punish anyone who violates the law," said the State Police Director. The Albanian government presented the national strategy against cannabis in March of this year, promising to end the cannabis phenomenon. The Minister of Interior, Dritan Demirai, participated in an air monitoring flight to check the situation of cannabis cultivation. In a media statement, the Ministry of Interior says that the inspection was made in the territories that last year were considered to be problematic. This year, no cannabis plantations were found. Also, from the reporting the Ministry of Interior has taken from State Police, massive cannabis plantations have not been replanted, with the exception of some isolated cases, which were destroyed upon being discovered. The Minister of Interior has encouraged State Police to focus on finding and seizing cannabis plants that are being preserved from last year in order to prevent and stop cannabis trafficking out of Albanian territory. In continuation of his electoral tour, the candidate for Democratic Party Chairman Edward Selami held meetings with the Democratic Party supporters in Reshen, Kurbin, Kruja and Frushkuria. Mr. Selami assured the Democrats that, with his election as DP Chairman, the Democrats will find the strength to recuperate from the devastating loss in the June 25 elections and pledged to return the Democratic Party to power at the next election. "The Democrats will win and will return as powerful as they were in 1992. I really believe that the Democrats are the most progressive force that generates success and progress, and that this is also proven by facts. For this reason, I am proud of being a Democrat. I am here so that through our energy, we can succeed and overcome this challenge," declared Selami, giving assurance that with him as DP Chairman, the Democratic Party will again respect the rules and the party's statute. "This is the time for the rules to be respected and to show that the Democratic Party really represents the interests of Democrats, which are the interests of all Albanian people," declared Mr. Selami. Candidate for Democratic Party Chairman Lulzim Basha held meetings with the Democrats of Lesha, Mirdita, Kurbini, Kruja and Fushkruja, where he made an analysis of the elections and spoke of his responsibilities and the lessons learned. Mr Basha declared that vote buying triumphed in the June 25 elections and added that the Democratic Party was the only political party that did not involve themselves in this crime. We started this battle with the aim to guarantee free and fair elections. Millions were spent in the months before the elections to buy citizens' votes. Their poverty was used against them, their integrity was profaned. The Democratic Party is the only party that did not involve in vote buying. We have learned precious lessons from these elections. The first is the union. In Kavaya, all Democrats united and the Democratic Party came out as the strongest force in Kavaya after 8 years, declared Basha. He went on to emphasise that he understands his responsibility in the election results, saying, "Who understands his mistakes has the will to fix them," adding that he ensures the Democrats that he has this will. Mr Basha told the Democrats that he entered politics with the will to build a better future for the citizens. "I take on and accept my responsibilities in this process. My mistakes are political, because since the beginning I have not done anything for myself, but everything for the Democratic Party and the Democrats," said Basha, adding that one of his objectives is to empower Democratic Party members to continue the fight for democracy in Albania and return to power to serve the citizens. Thousands of citizens have responded to the Prime Minister's call on Facebook, inviting citizens to suggest what improvements the government should focus on. The Prime Minister's staff attended to each of the comments made by citizens and has prepared a report outlining the main issues highlighted. Justice, administration and education are all depicted as some of the most important sectors according to citizens. According to the report, 1,105 citizens expect the government to progress more quickly with judicial reform as a crucial point to solving many other problems, such as the fight against corruption, attracting foreign investments, solving property issues, fighting against inequality, and against other abuses. 973 people who have commented on the Prime Minister's official Facebook have asked for a dramatic reform of the administration, asking for correct behaviour of administration employees and have them offering correct information. In order to avoid politicisation, the citizens ask for employment of professionals based on merit. 805 people have asked the government to focus on education, increasing teaching quality, teachers' capability, and the way teachers are employed. A very interesting suggestion was setting teachers' salaries based on their results of knowledge tests. The continuation of efforts to strengthen and modernise vocational education was strongly supported by the citizens. Judicial reform, administration and education are the three most mentioned issues on the Prime Minister's official Facebook page. Cumulatively, these three issues have been mentioned 4,900 times. Other issues commonly raised include the agriculture and health sectors, for which the citizens have asked for more government attention. 5 other sectors for which the citizens have expressed their interest are unemployment, urban renaissance, building a state, the economy and tourism. In summarising the data gathered, the citizens think that the government should invest in agriculture and support farmers, review the health sector with priority, open new jobs, continue the urban renaissance program, continue strengthening the rule of law, continue work for economic growth, reduce taxes drastically and improve tourist infrastructure. Tirana's Mayor, Erion Veliai, today inaugurated the reconstruction of a road segment in the Sauk area. During the ceremony, he announced that around 80 roads are predicted to be reconstructed in Tirana. Since the government has moved fast with the legalisation process, now it's the City Hall's turn to continue with the urbanisation process. This is the only way we can move forward. We have prepared to intervene in 80 roads this summer. The roads are not in the centre, but in suburban areas. When citizens come back from their holidays, they will find a much improved situation, declared the Mayor. He went on to emphasise further benefits of the City Hall's investments, raising the point that such improvements do increase property values in the area. The Mayor called on the citizens to protect these improved common spaces. I want to ask all citizens to maintain the roads. It is very important that each of us be careful with the way the territory is managed. We want the road to be long living and the nearby houses to have a high value in the property market, said the Mayor. Apart from investments in infrastructure, the City Hall is also focused on monitoring the situation of drinking water. The Task Force for Drinking Water continues its work. Today alone, as it focused on suburban areas, it interrupted 74 illegal connections and fined 16 people. That's all for our English edition this evening. My name is Alexandra. Please join me again Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. for your local news in English. On behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.